Hello and welcome to the ADHD Girls podcast with me, Laura.
And Claire.
Yay, we know who we are finally. This is consistent. This is good. So today we're going to talk about kind of what our ADHD brain enjoys. Because it's many things, but we've just popped into Aldi. And both of us were like, oh my God, look at this. And we went for the middle aisle of what random joy will find us here. You know?
I went to get chocolate, very specific, just chocolate, and I ended up with some garlic crackers, some Pepsi Max cherry, but I wanted the tropical flavour because they advertised it wasn't in there, which was quite annoying because I was tropical flavour.
Something different.
We just put a mixture of savoury and sweet. So we are going to talk about the ADHD brain and food.
Yes, because I find it's very driven by it's so random. Even I don't know what I want. And this is why I think with like Aldi and Lidl and places like that, you've got that randomness of what will you find? And we were just saying like they normally have like random weeks of like, oh, this week it's this week and that week it's that week. And I'll go in there and say, oh God, I just want to try something different and something that I'm not used to, something I can't normally get. And I think that for me describes the ADHD brain.
It's very satisfying going to Aldi or Lidl.
So this is how we normally have the part of the podcast where we talk about how did ADHD show up for us this week? And this is it. It's us going to Aldi.
This is real time, and we have just been to Aldi and gone, ooh, what's that? What's that?
The excitement. It was like two little kids in like what you thought Disney or something. We're like, oh my God, look at this.
Picking up like furry Crocs and
the middle aisle was
lovely
like
marble tumblers and
and you're just like, is it, do I need a scuba diving suit? Do I?
Not this week, but maybe
next week. You never know.
Next week.
You never know. With the end of the world coming, I might need something like that.
Yeah.
But
so we're going to talk a bit about how food interacts with the ADHD brain. And before I forget, I want to say that the ADHD medication, I have seen quite a few people talk about how it affects their appetite.
Oh, in what way?
Often they lose their appetite. So it's something that I find it's also quite topical because people are using the GLP-1 injections, and it seems to be, I have heard quite a few people say that when they started ADHD medication, it had that same effect that the GLP seems to have, and it stopped a lot of the cravings and the, you would feel fuller quite quickly and a lot of appetite. So I guess what we could talk about today is about how your relationship with food is.
Mine's very... Again, it's one extreme to the other.
Yes.
It's either I am on point, I'm eating healthily, I feel good, and I know this is good for me. Or it will go to I am eating like a child that hasn't eaten in a week at a birthday party.
Yes.
It's just, I can't, there's no in between.
So familiar.
Like this morning, I was super healthy. I'm juicing. I have a juicer and I have celery juice with pineapple and I threw like some other bits in there because I know it's good for me, but I also feel good. Like my brain feels good.
I find that I rationally and cognitively understand what I should be eating.
We're adults, we know.
Yeah. And I love fruit, I love veg, I love fibre, varied diet, rest of it. But there's a very loud part of my brain which is like, you just need to eat other stuff that isn't going to make you feel great and it's going to make you feel sluggish. And so just a lot of cravings for things.
Sometimes it wins, sometimes it doesn't. And this is where I find sometimes I have the discipline or I can literally push that voice to the side and say, no, I will not deal with you today. I'm in control. Or the part of me is in control that knows to make good food choices.
Yeah.
And other times it's the child at a birthday party that's in control.
And for me, it makes me feel quite uncomfortable how I don't seem to be in control. Like some people might be absolutely fine with what they eat, but I do feel that it really affects my mood, my mood affects what I eat and
vice versa.
Yeah. And I feel sometimes out of control and I don't feel great and I can eat a huge amount of food very quickly. And it can make me feel really rubbish the next day. And it's, I'm trying to do exercise. I'm trying to do, I've got fitness goals and I'm not always along that path. And I don't know what happens.
I think we were talking in the last episode about routines and novelty. And I think it draws into that. You've got the novelty of, something naughty, something, because you think you've had that routine of, okay, we're eating well. And after a while, I think your brain gets bored. The ADHD part goes, I've done this, it's fine. Let's mix it. It's that devil on your shoulder, I reckon, where it's like, that, because I bought salted caramel chocolate brownies.
Oh.
And again, I'm like, I don't know what they're going to taste like, but my brain was like, buy it. And it's that devil on your shoulder. I think the ADHD is the angel on one side and the devil on the other. And it's one or the other. There is no in between. You're going to go with one of them.
So either hyper-focusing on hitting all your goals and everything, and then it's like, it doesn't take much to sort of go off track.
Yeah, I find it's very much because I think I've been good at, and I think there's a part of me that goes, you're human. It's not all about, I think, I read about the 80-20 rule, that if you're healthy 80% of the time, or make good choices 80% of the time, the 20% is not the end of the world. But sometimes it goes the other way, where 80% is the kid at the birthday party and the 20% is struggling of like, just eat some damn proper food. Like, I need something I can digest. What are you doing, woman?
So it's not saying that any food's bad and, eat what you want, the rest of it, but it's that lack of control. It's that.
And let's be honest, if you eat a lot of sugar and certain things, that's going to have health effects for you.
Yeah.
And we know that, like you were saying earlier, we know what the choices are, especially as well when you start, when you're younger, I find it's not too bad because you've got a lot more time to make up for bad choices. But when you're getting older, you don't have as much to kind of go, well, do you know what? I really want a good quality of life. And I know how I feel.
And it's so closely linked with like, if I've had a really, this is when I eat. If I've had a really boring day at work, I will eat. If I've had a really busy day at work, I will go for the high.
Your brain almost wants that.
Yeah. And I wonder if a lot of it is, we were talking about the brain using up so much energy. And is it that our brain has worked so hard? It's like, I need the carbs, I need the sugar.
That might be it, because your brain is, it needs glucose, it needs carbs, it needs a variety of different things. But I really wonder, I don't know if there's a study for it, if the ADHD brain is needing different like minerals as well.
Yeah.
Because like I say, it works so constantly that, what it feeds. And I also read that if you're craving something, it means your body's lacking in it. I don't know how my body's lacking in sugar.
I know. It's like that feeling.
Don't think this is right
for that.
But I don't know what to do.
It could be that the brain has just used up so much. We are, we've had a really hard, mentally hard day. A lot of emotions we've had to maintain. Maybe been in a busy environment. You've had to take a lot in, and
your brain needs to refuel.
Yeah, it's basically just crying out for a quick source.
Or maybe it's just like, look, I'm in panic mode. I just need something because I'm struggling here. And obviously sugar and, that kind of stuff is so easy. But also the other side of it is convenience. Because let's be honest, once we've made 100 decisions during the day, by the end of the day, you're like, I don't want to be chopping this and putting that, and then I just want to open something and eat it.
I think literally we are exhausted, and it's like, what's the easiest thing?
Easiest option. And I think, again, you've got that instant here. If I open this, it literally goes straight in. I don't have to cook. I don't have to do anything with it. It's going to give me that joy factor. It ticks all the boxes. But that food, most of the time, isn't the best choice.
Yeah, it's interesting that the meds do have an impact on appetite.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've read it. Yeah, I haven't done any of my own, obviously, independent research, but this is just from reading people saying on different groups that.
So it suppresses then.
Yeah, so it seems to be a bit like the GLP.
It stops the cravings.
Yeah.
It stops the ADHD part maybe not being in.
So the medications, which are things like, what's it called, Ritalin?
Yeah, because obviously I've done around the world, they have different medications for ADHD. So
but I think that's like, so the Ritalin is methylphenidate, I think is one of them. But some of the stimulant medications have quite a profound effect on appetite, because it's almost like regulating the dopamine. So you're not seeking that quick dopamine hit of sugar. I mean, I don't know. I've not tried ADHD medications yet.
I haven't either.
But I am intrigued.
It will be, interesting to know. Because like you say, I think it's to do with regulation. My brain is all over the shop.
I do find that food, wanting food, looking for it, thinking about it, can take up a lot of my day. And I don't want it to.
Because sometimes I'll be like, I'm hungry, but I genuinely don't know what I want. And this is where sometimes it'll be like, I can't be bothered to, they chop it or doing anything.
Yeah.
I just want to eat. And it's the convenience food. And this is where I think you don't have a drive-through with good choices. I haven't come across anything. Everything is fast food. Everything is, in essence, not great for you. But that is the world we live in, where it's almost like, right, just let's... And then you've got all these issues from eating the food. So it's no one's fault. It's not about blame, but it's just recognising some of it is out of our control. Of if you are in that place of, right, you've had a long day, you are exhausted, you're going to reach for what's easy and what's convenient. Let's be honest.
So I think you're doing what you can when you can.
Yeah.
Accepting it. Like you're saying, the 80-20. But yeah, I would like to turn down that thinking about food all the time, because I do spend a lot of... I know I've got friends who just don't have that, and they're like, well, they can just skip meals and it doesn't affect them, and they're like not really interested in food, and I'm like, I love food.
For me it's a joy, because it's a social thing as well, and it's like, oh, should we try this? I mean, I know someone who will have the same thing every week. So he will go, right, it's Monday, I'm having noodles. It's Tuesday, I've got chicken. And it's the same, he'll buy the same thing every single week, because he's like, I know what I'm having. He doesn't have to, I mean, he is autistic. So I think there's an element of, I know what I'm having and I don't need to make a decision.
So that's comfort, probably.
It's 100%, it's his routine.
Yeah.
Of, this is what I'm having, and he will never, ever, but he's very disciplined, I find, because some autism is so disciplined. He will never, ever kind of go, oh, a chocolate, or he'll just, no, I've had my quota, I'm done for the day. And he can say no, and he's got that because he's so in that routine that he'll never, ever come away from it. And I think with ADHD, it's that complete opposite of that, of I can't do that. I have to have that variety.
What I'm missing out on.
Yeah, a bit like us going into Aldi, of what variety, what is going to be there. And we can go, oh, that looks nice, or that looks nice, or that looks nice.
Yeah.
And it's that almost joy in discovering.
How do you find buffets?
I love them. But at the same time, I need another stomach, because I go, well, I want to try that. But I also want to try, oh, that looks good.
I almost get completely I almost shut down. I was like, there's too much choice, because I want to have a bit of everything.
Yeah. I remember I went to Vegas, and in one of the big hotels there, they do massive buffets. And I'll never forget, somebody was like, right, we'll go in the morning, or we'll go at a certain time, because then you pay for breakfast, but you just stay for half an hour, and then they turn over for lunch, so you can have a bit of both. So I was like, oh, okay. And I said, what time can you leave? They said, oh, no, you can leave whenever you want. You can literally sit in there all day. No one... And I'm like, this is heaven. Now, obviously in America, everything is big, everything is massive. And this buffet was something out of your dream. And I remember going, oh, this is nice. But by halfway through, I've tried maybe 30-40% of what was on offer.
Oh my God.
I was full beyond any, I was struggling.
Was it like 3 Christmas dinners?
Oh, and they have the desserts were just beautifully done. And I'm like, oh, I want a bit of that, but I also want a bit of that. Oh, I'm going to go back for that fish thing, 'cause that looks really nice. And I remember just being in heaven, but at the same time going, I need more stomachs. I don't know where else to put this food. What do I do? So then it turned into this stressful thing of my mind's going, I've paid my money. Okay, we did pay for breakfast and stay for lunch. But it was just oh God, and the food was really, really nice. But it was the variety of, oh, that looks nice, that looks nice, that looks nice. And it was an event for me.
Yeah.
To being oh my God, this is so incredible, because we don't have that in the UK. No. Of such a vast buffet of, especially the hotel was amazing. And because over there, you don't have to stay at the hotel. You can just go into any buffet. And so we went to the nice one.
I'm not sure I could cope with that much.
Well, I'm not I rolled out of that buffet, and I was just like, I can't eat. But then I think you stretch your stomach.
Yeah.
So I was hungry 4 or 5 hours later, and I'm like, how? The amount of nonsense I'd eaten.
I think we don't always register a feeling at the time.
I think the joy overtakes it in my brain.
Yeah.
And it was, oh my God, this is amazing. So my brain was just oh God, eat. Yeah, this is joy, dopamine extreme.
Because I remember going to Mallorca, and it was really nice, all-inclusive. And they did medieval and quit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
Okay.
I felt so ill. It just ruined that evening and the whole of the next day, because I just felt sick. I had eaten too much. It really was like Henry VIII, just that kind of portion. It's just ridiculous. So I don't know how many desserts I had. I just ruined one of my days, my holiday.
Well, yeah, but I think because it's not, there's so many things going on at once where, you're on holiday, you want to treat yourself, you're like, this is something so out of the ordinary, you think, I'll probably never do this again.
Yeah.
That you want to make the most of it. And your brain's there going, yeah, let's push this. And I find with my brains, push it to the max. whatever the max is, go beyond it. And I'm there like thinking, I mean, I think I did bring whatever I could put in my bag away because it was just like, I
wonder if you got like a load of ADHD people and just gave
took
them
them to a buffet.
It's like, what would happen?
There would be people lying on the floor crying.
How many do you think would just be like, oh no, I don't need that amount of food?
Well, this is where I think everyone's ADHD is a bit different.
Yeah.
Obviously, on the spectrum, you're going to be at different places. So this is where it'll be interesting to know.
So I don't know if all ADHD people do have this about food. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So listeners, what would you do if you went to some grand buffet where whatever you could imagine is there? Would you be able to have self-control and go, no, I'm going to go for what I want, or turn into some crazed person going, I need that, I need that, I need that. Okay, we're just going to stay here for the next 3 hours and overthink, and then your brain's then in dopamine heaven. So come on, listener, what would you do? Let us know. We've got a Facebook group called the ADHD Girls where we share reels, we share our podcasts and different things. So we really want to get to know our listeners and what they think. Like, can you relate to this? Or is it just me and Claire who are this like this?
And if it's not food, is it drink? Is it something else?
It's control, isn't it? You know, with ADHD, it's about control.
Yeah,
and the lack of control.
So maybe you're all right with the food, but it could be smoking. Could be.
Well, this is where as well I think addiction can...
Yeah.
And this is why I think my ADHD is kind of, when it comes to food, it's very much like, it's a positive thing. But at the same time, it's that, just treat yourself, just, go on, just have it.
I can have evenings where I'm sitting there and thinking, no, you've eaten enough chocolate and you don't need it anymore. But it's almost like an insatiable urge with me. I cannot stop. Something is driving me to the kitchen. And I like people say, don't keep it in the house, but I'll just go out and get it.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. You know, I live in a city. I'll just go and go to the corner shop. And saying don't keep it in the house just doesn't work. And it is that somebody is urging me to do the thing.
The ADHD devil on the shoulder.
And that is the impossibility. It's just impossible to stop once that urge is taken over.
Yeah, that dopamine is almost like dangling a carrot in front of a donkey, but for us it's the dopamine in front of us of like, we know it's there and we want to reach it because for whatever, like I say, my discipline is from one extreme to the other, where sometimes I can be like, no, I've had food, I'm fine, and I've got that, and it feels good to have that control.
Yeah.
But other times it's so extreme. And food is...
I'd love to know if any of you are on the medication for ADHD and have noticed a difference.
Which medication are you on and what difference have you noticed? Is it, or it could be the other way? Like, I wonder if anyone's had the experience of actually it made my cravings worse, because obviously everyone's chemical makeup is different.
Well, exactly. And if somebody doesn't have much interest in food, does it make them want to eat more?
Yeah,
because you might have a different baseline to start with. So
yeah. So we've reached the end of our episode. And we've come to the no shame zone around food, where we share something we'd be quite shameful for in the past, but now we just don't care. We're just like, you know what, this is what we do, and it's part of life. We're human. We make mistakes. So what? For me, when I was younger, I was very slim, and I think I had like a high metabolism, or I don't know what it was, but whatever I ate, I could eat burgers, chips, whatever nonsense, cakes. I never put on weight. So I was that girl, and I genuinely couldn't put on any weight. So I ate crap because I was like, it's fine. I don't put on weight. But now I've got a fatty liver and I've got the visceral fat, the internal fat.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe that is because in my 20s and 30s, especially my 20s really, I just ate crap because I could, and I wasn't really thinking. I didn't have the education to kind of go, right, that's going to cause you internal problems. I knew it wasn't great for me, the food, but I didn't realise the long-term, like the fatty liver thing was a thing. But now I'm more aware. So that's why the whole thing around food, I'm just more aware. But even then I'm human and I'm not perfect. So sometimes I still eat naughty things, but I'm now just more aware of it. So what about you, Claire?
Yeah, I mean, I've struggled with weight up and down throughout my adult life. I try to focus less now on food so much, or try not to worry too much about it, because I feel like my fitness is measured in other ways, which is like my activity and the fact that I get out and about, and I'm trying to do weight bearing exercises. So I guess just get away from that obsession with what I'm eating and try to think there's more measures to how I'm getting on with it. Am I getting enough sleep? Have I moved? Have I been out there today? And kind of like, you don't have to be. But there's days where you're going to eat everything in sight, and that's fine. And kind of like the days that I can do what's best for me, do what's best for me. When I've got low sort of expectations that day or low demands on my time.
We all have bad days, let's be honest. Yeah. Human. We're all going to have those days. But I think it's just being aware your health can become in many different forms.
Exactly. It's not
just food.
It can be so focused on your food intake, but actually, you can be you can be all different sizes and be healthy at any particular size or weight. And it's kind of like, it's not just about the food.
Yeah, like your health. You could be like you say, if you're very active, or you're into meditation, or you're very, you're into the gym.
Yeah,
there's other ways that you're benefiting your health. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stress levels. So there's other ways you can benefit your health. You can think, right, I've had that chocolate bar, but it's fine because I've gone for a walk. Or you can think of it as different ways of it's not the end of the world if you've had something a bit naughty.
Exactly.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.